Hey everybody! Happy Wednesday evening. I'm doing this in my spare bedroom and my kids are in the bed and playing. So if you hear them in the background, that's what's going on. So, hey, no. So I wanted to get on and kind of tell everybody what has kind of unraveled over the past week, and actually it's almost a week exactly. And I want to do it to, hey Gabby, shush. I want to do it to spread some awareness, and then also at the same time just kind of see if I can find anybody who has gone through the same thing that I have, or just kind of to get some support, see what's going on with everybody and see if you can help me. So starting last week, hi Jess, I missed you guys yesterday. I don't know if you went, but I totally missed our fun time every month. So I see that there's Amelia. A lot of people are getting on now. So I will start from the beginning. This is not like a huge exciting announcement, guys. This is just me giving you a peek into my world and kind of what's going on with me right now. So last week on Monday, I was exercising at my gym like I do pretty much. I go like 2 or 3 times a week. I try to exercise like 4 or 5 days a week. I was on the elliptical. I was doing some high intensity interval training. And at the end of it, I was on like minute 30 or something like that. I all of a sudden got really lightheaded, like I was going to pass out. Not that spinning dizzy, but like the lightheaded going to pass out type of thing. And then I started having chest pain. I kind of thought the chest pain was my stomach. And so I just kind of left right away. I went home. I started to feel a little bit better. I was still kind of dizzy. And then the chest pain kind of came later that night again. And then the next day the chest pain hung around. And then it kind of went away. And so the next morning when I woke up and it was still there, I honestly started to panic. I was like, okay, something's not right. I was, trying to listen to my body, but at the same time I was just like, oh my gosh, this is no big deal. This is my stomach. This is anxiety. This is because you're out of shape. This is, I was trying to talk myself out of a lot of it. And so what I did was I went up to see my old urgent care where I used to work, and I saw a wonderful PA there. Her name is Stacia. I told her my concerns, and they went ahead and did an EKG, and she had a couple of my old partners look at it as well. And they thought that I had something called Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome. And so honestly, the anxiety kind of kicked up, but I was able to get an appointment the next morning, which was really awesome, because that doesn't always happen. It was at 7:30 in the morning. So I went by myself. I decided to leave my husband at home. I was like, you know what? It's probably nothing. There's probably, maybe the leads were on wrong. Maybe something was going on. And so I went to see the cardiologist, and he's like, so have you ever had a heart monitor? Does anybody else in your family have Wolff-Parkinson-White? And I go, well, no. And he's like, well, you do. And I'm like, oh, I honestly expected there to be nothing wrong. And so we went ahead and talked about everything. He talked to me about what it was, and I will go ahead and explain that here in a little bit. But I got that diagnosis. What Wolff-Parkinson-White is, it's usually a congenital disorder, and it's basically you have an electrical path in your heart. You have electrical paths, and I have an extra one. And what this extra one does is sometimes it can actually send you into different arrhythmias, causing you to faint, causing you to possibly have a stroke. There could be a lot of different things, or some people, myself included, really go with not many symptoms or none at all. And so when I found this out, I started to piece a lot of things that had happened over my life into a huge puzzle that was finally coming together. And ever since I was a child, I have been told that I have anxiety. You have anxiety. You have anxiety. I was hospitalized 2 times for a racing heart. Nobody could figure out why I was having it. At age 13, I was told it was anxiety. I was in too many activities, and my parents were told I was in too many activities and they needed to take me out of things. And then again at 24, I was told, hey, you know what? Or no, maybe it's 23, 22 or 23. they told me, they're like, you know, you're just having a lot of stress, and like, I'm like, no, you don't. Hey, I was like, hey, no, I truly don't have any stress. I'm fine. Everything's going well in my life. I have a good job. I don't have any family problems. I wasn't in a relationship at the time, so no, like, relationship issues. Things are fine. I don't understand what you mean by stress. Why am I having anxiety? Why am I having panic attacks? Or what you're saying is panic attacks. When I was hospitalized the second time, I had a neurologist walk into my room and tell me that I was crazy. And he looked at me, he's like, oh man, you're crazy. And then he's just like, well, you don't look crazy. I was like, well, what does crazy look like, sir? What exactly do you mean? And so I've been told for a long time that I have anxiety. And so I figured all of these symptoms, oh, I'm having anxiety. I'm having, the reason I can't work out is because I'm out of shape. I've been having dizziness and anxiousness with working out for over a year now, and I never put 2 and 2 together. And so, everything is kind of like being put together. I have trouble standing up at church during the songs, because after I stand up for a while, I kind of feel a little bit lightheaded, and sometimes my heart starts racing. So I always thought it was anxiety. Oh, it's anxiety, because that's what everybody had always told me was going on with me. So I finally, honestly, feel really validated about my health and what's going on, and I just feel like a lot of things are coming together that make a lot of sense now. So for those of you just joining, I was diagnosed last week with something called Wolff-Parkinson-White. I will post a link to a website that's going to tell you what is going on, and tell you what Wolff-Parkinson-White is. I kind of described it a little bit, but I want you to have a good link from Mayo Clinic, not from like some weird blog or something like that. So I'll provide you with a good link for that. But so right now, as you can see, this is not a necklace. I am wearing a heart monitor. It's a 5-lead heart monitor. And I'm going to wear this for the next 48 hours so they can take a look at my heart. And if I feel any symptoms, I have to write them down at the time, and what I'm feeling and everything like that. And so on Monday, I will also get an echo, to basically an ultrasound of my heart. And they told me if those are fairly benign, then I am going to have a stress test as well to see if we can kind of induce something, since when I do have trouble is during exercise. So, and then after that, I will see, oh, see you there. I just had a little heart palpitation, so I'll have to write that down. I don't even know what time it is. If somebody can shoot me what time it is, I'd appreciate it. But anyways, so what's interesting is I have had heart monitors before, and they have never picked this up. And truly, it's something that I've always had, but they've never, for some reason it wasn't there. He said it's probably just because I'm getting older, and I'm just like, really? I'm not old, you big a-hole. I'm 33. But anyways, so I thought that was kind of funny that he was pulling the old lady card. I'm like, whatever. So I will have that ultrasound of my heart done on Monday, and then I will see the cardiologist directly after that, so they can look at so he can tell me if there's anything wrong with the structures of my heart, or if they could see anything while they were doing the ultrasound. So and then I will see a special cardiologist called an electrophysiologist, a cardiac electrophysiologist, after that, for official diagnosis and treatment plan. So for treatment with people with my condition, a lot of times it is medication, and sometimes they have to do something called an ablation. This is where they go in and basically zap the extra electrical current. Sometimes it's through freezing it, sometimes it's through heat, sometimes it's through laser, however the doctor feels like they should treat it. And so that's kind of what I'm looking at here in the next couple of weeks. I have had a lot of anxiety this past week. I've had a lot of trouble with anxiety. I know I've been told my whole life that this was anxiety, and maybe it might not have been, but honestly, this has been pretty anxiety inducing for me, because it's my heart. It's not like it's my toe or, you know, a broken leg or something like that. This is, you know, it's my heart. I only get one of them, and I have no control over it, which is another really, really hard part to me. I've been trying to give it to God, and I think I'm doing a better job now. It's just, you know, every day is a little bit different for me right now. So I will keep track of everything that's going on and let you guys know. I'm going to be documenting it a little bit on YouTube as well, so I will share that link once I start putting videos up. I think it's important that I share it because not only do I want to hear if you know somebody with Wolff-Parkinson-White, or if I could just, you know, get your support, or if anything, just educate you on listening to your body, because it's something that I didn't do and I should have. I should have listened to it right away. I should have spoke up, but I honestly just had been told for so long that I had anxiety, or that I thought I was out of shape. A coach once told me I was lazy and trying to get out of practice because I told her my heart was racing and I couldn't keep going. So, when you come into those roadblocks, you start believing it yourself. And so now that I know what's going on, I feel like I should share what I know, share what I'm going through, and also hear if you guys know anything about this too, or if you know anybody with it who I can talk to. I mean, I'm a nurse practitioner. I know what the book says, but I want to know what people experience, you know, that kind of personal, hey, this is what I did and this is how it felt, and this is, you know, the people who actually experienced it. So I'm looking on Instagram trying to find people who have hashtagged this if they're going through it, and I'm trying to reach out to people and just kind of see what their experiences with it are. So if any of you have questions, like I said, I'm going to post a link below to the Mayo Clinic about my, what I have. And if you know anybody who's had it, I would love to hear experiences and all of that. So, I've had a lot of people on today. I so appreciate your support, but, it's a lot right now, and I'm just kind of tapped out emotionally. I told my husband, I was like, I can't deal with too much more right now without something having to suffer. So, just a lot of, prayers if you're a prayer person, positive vibes if you're a positive vibes person. I would so appreciate it. But I will keep you updated on what I'm going through, and I hope that I can help somebody in the meantime. So everybody have a good night. Thank you so much.